I will take that back. But everybody, spectrum or not, everybody reacts emotionally differently. Some people cry, some people get mad, some people go silent.
I'm
Stop
opposite. You see me cry,
calling
you
our
better
names.
fucking run.
Exactly, exactly. If you see
Yeah,
me
I
start
cry when
crying,
I'm
it's
angry.
not good.
Well, and that's
It's
what I
not
told
good.
Sandra. I cry when I'm angry, when I'm sad, when I'm frustrated, when I'm pissed. Like, I cry. But that morning, that was a hurt cry. My heart was broken. It really was.
Yes, yeah, I'm different. When I cry, that's a rage cry. I'm ready to go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've only cried over a few things, and I really hate that it was with
But
two people that I would never, I really would never have told the story of my granddaughter to if I knew how they really were. They didn't deserve to know about Evie. Um, Lips, I can honestly say I don't regret telling you about her
listen,
because I know that you can
I don't
understand it.
care whatever happens between people. Children doesn't get brought into like matters for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I will tell you, I don't give a fuck which country you're in. You bring my children into this shit, and I'm flying to your ass. I don't give a fuck where you
Oh,
are.
well, and I got pissed off. I banged the freaking table whenever I heard she said you said the R word against your daughter. Bitch, no, I did not. But you know what?
And
Guess what?
and
Guess
I
what, Just a
told
Cat
you,
Mom?
and I
I'm gonna
swear.
be catty for a minute. Guess what, Just a Cat Mom? My daughter loves me, and I love her. What about your oldest daughter? Hmm? That's all I gotta say about that.
Okay, no more catty.
Yeah,
Yep, yep, yep.
I can't go there because I'm kind of in the same boat, you know,
But
and
you don't
I,
talk
you
you
know,
you don't talk about your daughter like the way that she has hers. Let's be real. You don't do that.
well, I think it's two different cases too. Like, you know, I try not to pass judgment on things like that because I don't know what she's been through with her daughter. I know for me, most of it is addiction,
She
and that's why we're in
And
the
that's
situation that we're in.
yeah.
like addiction is a hard thing. Like it's not for some people it's not a choice. I have buried people in my family. It wasn't a choice for them. It was something they just couldn't kick.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
Addiction
A
like
is
red
hard.
generational
fish.
thing,
Mhm.
a vicious cycle,
It
kind of
is.
They
like
just
telomeres. It's a
couldn't kick it.
cycle. I'm trying to break it right now with my grandbaby, especially on her mother's side. It's a cycle over and
Yeah,
over and
it is.
over where it's normal to use with the parent or the grandparent. And I just think, oh my gosh, what, how did this become my life?
Because
I
Sam, you
was
know what?
embarrassed 7 years ago, 6 years ago. I was embarrassed and ashamed to say that my child was an addict. I was.
Me too.
I actually went to an addictions counselor to understand the mindset of it. When people go on and shame, well, what did you do for your child? You have no clue what I've done for my child. No clue. No clue what we've been through, what
Do you
I've
know what
done.
happened, Sam? And I will tell you, I'm going to tell you, yesterday I went to Tim Hortons and it's only like 5 minutes down the street. I went into Tim Hortons and I stood in line. The lineup had about like 12 people in it. And there's a woman at the counter and I was so fucking pissed off. I swear to God, I almost poured a tea over her. She was standing, she had a 4-year-old sitting at the table waiting for her. She was getting her thing. And there was it's an area where you see a lot of people that have severe addictions and you can see it in their appearance because of like their face is picked or you know like they're half dressed or
Mhm.
whatever.
Moving their jaw a lot.
Yeah, you can just, you know, they've got sores all over their faces and it's a
Mm-hmm.
popular area for that, so everyone knows. And she was inside of Tim Hortons and I guess she wanted somebody to buy her a coffee or whatever and a gentleman bought her a coffee. And one of the women that was there waiting, she had a cane with her. So I guess she must have bumped into her. And the woman goes, "Ew," she goes, "Don't fucking touch me."
Okay, that's
And
somebody's child.
right. And the
Mm-hmm.
woman, like the woman turned around and she looked at her. She goes, "You need to have some fucking respect, right?" And the woman
Mhm.
lost her shit. And Anyway, she left and she was still screaming, walking out. But the woman walks over to the table where our 3, 4-year-old son was sitting, and he goes, "Mommy, what was that?" And she goes, "Oh, that's just a rackhead."
Wow.
Oh.
That's not okay to teach your child.
Yeah. He
To
goes,
teach your
"Can't you
children
tell?" She
that
goes,
they are people too.
he said, "What's that?" And she said, "Oh, she does bad things. And you see all those sores all over her face? That's how you know it."
Oh my
And
Oh
he's
God.
like, "Mommy,
no.
is he said, "Mommy, is she going to fight you?" And she goes, she wouldn't stand a chance if she tried to fight me or whatever."
Wow.
But she goes, "This is why you don't do rugs." And I'm thinking, you're having a conversation to a 4-year-old. So
Oh
when
my
that child
gosh.
sees somebody that has a sores on her face, he's automatically going to think it's a rackhead,
What if
and
it's somebody with a big C?
he's not going to have
Mhm.
any compassion for somebody that has an addiction. I mean, there's people that get addictions from prescribed medications,
Exactly. But it's, it all starts at home. It's like you're a product of your raising.
Oh, that's
right?
just
Like
Yeah.
if my kids came up, like if my listen, my kids are a nightmare when they're in the house. You have to remember, like I have such a combination here of OCD, ODD, autism, ADHD, you name it, we got it in this house, and 3 children combined. And
Mhm.
it's always very hectic in my house. But if you speak to anyone on the outside of my house, they will tell you my children are the most respectful and polite children you will ever meet.
Mhm.
And I always say, "Well, what's wrong with them when they're at home?" And people laugh. And then they go, "Just remember, when they're at home, they're comfortable and they feel loved, so they let loose. You're doing something right because your children are polite and respectful. They hold doors, they open doors, they say thank you, please, you're welcome, whatever."
Mhm.
yeah, and they act
So,
like wild things at home. That's just
yeah,
what.
but as long as they're not wild on the outside,
Yeah,
and they're
that
obviously
just
not,
shows you're doing something right.
but they
And
just feel comfortable at home. God help me. I wish home was on the outside. Sometimes this is like a zoo, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, for
it's
real.
terrible.
It
For
is.
the
And it's not
longest
just,
time, my grandbaby, we just kind of, because I went under the advice of the counselor of how to explain what's wrong with her mom and dad, and especially at her age, which would have been kind of right around then, and we had just kind of, they're we all have brains, and some people's brains are wired differently. There's an imbalance, and it doesn't mean that they're any different or should be loved any less than you and I. They still
yeah,
need to be
sometimes,
treated with respect and love.
sometimes you just
sorry, I
need.
was just reading Ginger Snap's thing in the live telling her, don't stoop to that level. And I said, I agree.
Hmm.
And then I'm like, you know what just came in my mind?
It's
It's time
hard though. It's
for
hard when you,
Elsa, let it
especially what
go.
they've
Let it
done to her.
go.
Let it
Yep.
go.
Come on now,
Just
that
let
that
it
should.
go.
I have, but you know what? I felt like it was my turn to really be angry about it because I had to keep it in a whole month. I had to just not say anything. I had to let it go. And I guess it all just came out these last couple of days and stuff. But at the end of it, like towards like again, I think out of everything that happened to me and what I went through, what I didn't deserve, I can still show empathy for a person that I never want to see sitting alone because her two friends abandoned her. I'm not mean like that. So if we go
Oh,
back to
listen,
just kind
I
of
have no
it,
issues with
and
her.
I get that though, Lips, but still though, it's not fair what they did to you. And I will
But you
continue to
know
say
what?
that.
And
Um,
I don't know if Smoke told you, but Smoke had messaged me a while back, and she said, "I'm gonna do a live."
mhm,
And she goes, "I'm gonna like talk about the brown eyes thing and everything and what happened."
mhm,
And like I was thinking to myself, like, you know, and I understand your point of view, but I think that's one of the biggest things on TikTok. I think we all get so involved in everyone's business
mhm.
that it causes even a bigger disruption. And I didn't know what Smoke was going through. Because
Yeah.
that was the time that her family's house, the top level, had burned. She lost family members. There was accidents.
And
But
her
at the
husband.
same time, an hour before she contacted me, I had gotten the phone call that
Your
my
mother-in-law.
mother-in-law passed
Mm-hmm.
away from ALS.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband was going to come through the door. He was going to be devastated. I didn't know how to handle things. I hadn't spoke to the woman in 6 years, which was like it was taking a toll on me. And
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't in the frame of mind to be able to deal with that at the same time.
Right.
And I was rude to her.
Mm-hmm.
I actually was. I told her, I said, like, I can't deal with it right now. I was just like blunt and
Mm-hmm.
I was rude. And I didn't realize that she was going through something as well because I was too focused on my things.
Right.
So, you know, she made a couple videos. That's great. Like she had to vent her frustration with how I treated with her. That was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually unblocked her and I told her, I said, I apologize
Mm-hmm.
and or whatever. And I said, you know what? I said, I don't even need you to accept it, but it's something that I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, you know what? She goes, thank you for apologizing. She goes, I'm praying for you and your family.
She's
And
classy that way. Yeah.
it doesn't matter if she accepts my apology or what,
Mm-hmm.
but it was something that I felt that I had to do.
It was
Right.
it was more for
It takes
you.
more energy to be angry and mad at somebody
Mm-hmm.
than to
And
just let it go.
I'm sure she accepted your apology because she's not that type of person, to not do that. And so, that's honestly, thank you for doing that because, yeah, she was going through some stuff at the time. I think you
No,
both
and I
were.
felt
You both
horrible
were.
because
Yeah, you both were going
and
through some.
and I felt horrible because she was one of the creators that I respected the most here.
Right.
You know,
And
I would.
you could still respect her the most
I
here.
I think she
absolutely
could. I think she would maybe kind of. I think out of all of the creators, she's one that would maybe understand.
no, and I love Whitney, and those were my two favorite creators. I won't go in any of their rooms anymore because I don't want to cause chaos and I don't want people screaming and interrupting their lives or anything like that. So if I want to watch, I'll watch from the outside. And you know what? Maybe one day I'll go back in or whatever, but like for now, it's just something I feel I need to do. And I was going to do the same thing here tonight
Well,
until I
and
saw that live.
Brown Eyes and I were on the phone, before, like, about an hour before she went live, for about an hour talking about it. And I just, what did I tell you? I told you that, what they did to Lips was not okay.
Yep.
And, it was not okay how things, went down with you, but you're still human. And at the end of the day, she was your friend.
I
She
know,
was
but
she was closer
I
to
think
you than anybody.
and I think that's the hardest part of it. Like I can walk away from them as friends, but the
Mm-hmm.
fact that they didn't take accountability for their part in this, and even the part that they didn't take accountability for, they tried to push onto me, and I had to prove it. Uh, I think that was the worst part because
Yeah.
I can walk away and not like speak to either of them again. It's just I can't. No, you know what? It's not even that. I don't like disrupting people's lives. Most of the time I'll just go in and sit and listen,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it's somebody like Wits or All the Smokes or someone's that their life is moving so fast because my ADHD can't handle it.
Yeah.
So
Also,
Right.
I
I
like.
think because you've kind of been a little bit more quiet, not like them, they probably thought you wouldn't do it.
But Lips, let me ask you a question. Do you think that they were jealous of our friendship?
Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know what? I don't even know if they have the ability to be jealous of a friendship because I don't even think they know what a friendship is.
Yeah. I wondered that.
If
I,
the
I
way they
wondered that.
talk to about other people, they're probably talking to other people about each other. Just calling back.
And that's the thing, right? Like that's what I mean. Like how can you be jealous of somebody's friendship if you don't even know what a friendship is?
Right.
Because they obviously don't.
Yeah.
And the problem is I would have went to bat for either one of them, but they didn't for me.
Yeah. Lucifer, we're good over here. Yeah, I wondered that. I wondered that really. I thought maybe there was a bit of jealousy on at least on Pity's side because she didn't like me from the jump. She never gave me a chance. I don't think.
I'm gonna be no, she didn't give you a chance. She honestly didn't. She had her mind made up about you
Hmm.
long before. Um I think you even came in to sit. I think she only did it because I was friends with you and then Justice started talking to you. Uh I think for Petty it's I think Petty craves that I don't know. I think she craves I don't even want to say that.
Attention.
I don't even know.
No.
I was gonna say that, but it sounds really wrong.
Yeah.
Um,
The
Validation.
awe factor, the shock factor, the awe factor.
no, I almost think she's. How can I say this?
I know Summer Levin and
I don't
Justin
even know.
Cat
I don't even know how to.
doxed me
I
again
don't even
today.
know how to say it.
Um,
I don't even know how to say it, and I don't want to say it to spark
to
anything else.
spark
I
anything.
think
Yeah,
she's
I think I
lonely.
have an idea
Yeah,
what you mean, but yeah, the word may come out wrong.
Hmm.
yeah, and
Uh huh.
I don't want to say it that way. I think she's lonely, and I think this is
Mm.
a big getaway for her.
Mhm.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right,
And
but
I'm not
I'm
I'm
lonely
not
too, but I'm not going out being mean to people and
yeah,
trying to dox them in random
I'm not saying that in a
backgrounds.
bad sense because you know what? Like I don't have like close friendships here and I choose to keep it that way. And I like to be able to come on and to be able to associate with people here. And I think in a way Pity is that way, but I think she's a more heartfelt person with things, if that makes sense. And I'm not saying that like you know what I mean, like she's I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I know what I'm trying to say. I just can't find the words to say it because I
Yeah.
don't want to say anything bad about her because at the end of the day again, we don't know what anyone's going through. And I know she hasn't had it easy. Um and I mean, I know Justa has health issues and stuff like that, but you know what? Like it comes to a point, you know, you have to take accountability for shit and you just can't like push all the blame on someone else. You're a fucking grown ass woman.
Mhm.
I do
I
have
agree.
one question because I came in kind of like when you guys, I didn't come in the beginning,
Hmm.
and when they were talking about the whole background check, and it says possible relatives, da da da, right?
Yeah.
I've never ever seen one where if, say, I look somebody up, right? I've had to do it with my ex and my grandbaby's bio father, right? I've
Right.
never ever seen relative. Here's their charges. Da 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 da. You have to click on. You know what? Do you see what I'm saying? I don't
No, 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 no.
understand
Even
that factor.
even if you click on that name, it will not bring up their criminal background check. It will only bring up the same thing like their address, their possible phone numbers, possible email addresses. It doesn't bring up a criminal background check. You have to run it and pay for it.
Yeah.
Right, right.
You
Which
literally
she
That's
have
what
to
did.
I'm
pay
She
for
saying.
it.
That's
literally
what I'm
paid
saying. That's
for
where
it.
I was confused at on it on when she said, "Well, it just showed that a possible relative, and that's how." And it showed the so-called charges. We'll say that because it's not even yours to begin with. I've
Mm-hmm.
never ever seen one that says that ever.
No, and if you know anything, you can't run a credit check in a different country either. So I can't run one in the US, and Justa couldn't run one in Canada because she tried to do it for Psycho Bunny, and she
Because it has
couldn't,
to deal
and
with your
she
guys'
couldn't.
zip codes, if I remember
Yeah,
right.
and she couldn't do it. So she asked me if she gave me a name, could I run it? Now, I don't know the first thing about fucking running it, first off, and I don't know where I would even go to do it. So someone would
Hmm.
have to point me out to do it.
Yeah, because there's other things. My friend that lives in Ontario, I've had to even sometimes order some things for her because um, of a whole zip code thing. It's different. Your guys' zip codes are kind of strange,
Well,
but
we don't have zip codes. We have postal codes, and
postal. There you go.
there's
Yeah.
3 letters and 3 numbers,
Hmm.
and you
Where
guys
ours
are
is
all
five
numbers.
numbers,
So yeah,
usually five. Well, five between five, and then if you want to add the last nine, but
and
you
like
just need the first
for
five.
instance, we have M1H one X9,
Hmm.
right? So it's just like when you go, like I tried to look, and you can't because it's asking for a zip code that's on your credit card, and of course we don't have zip codes here.
Wow.
It's just
You
wild
would
because
almost have to find like a Canadian company type thing to do it,
Yeah, I
which
don't even know.
yeah, which for that to pay from Canada to us, I would imagine probably would cost a lot.
I don't know because I think when
I
I
don't know if
tried
you can
to,
do that because you're crossing a not just a state line, you're crossing another into another country.
yeah, it's
Mm.
international. That's considered international, so that's probably why. I don't know. And maybe they just don't want Canadians doing background checks on Americans and vice versa.
Uh,
But Lips, I need to ask you a question. It's kind of been
It's
burning in my
very
brain.
illegal to do it in
Brown-eyed girl
Canada.
earlier.
Yeah.
The whole thing with you know, the starting of the oh I don't trust her and the whispers. Was that like from the very beginning, or was that just when? And I don't mean this disrespectfully, but when you started going live and you started getting traction and people were coming in because they thought you were funny and we had a good time sitting there at night just shooting
I
the
enjoyed your morning and evening lives.
I think it came from. So there's nothing Brown Eyes said to me that ever made me mistrust her, and I think a lot of it came from when her and Justice started speaking.
mm-hmm.
so
Probably.
that's kind of
Because
like
Brown Eyes can tell you, like her and Hot, like I tell everyone from the get go, if you're friends with me, I don't do phone calls for one thing. I can't stand the fucking phone. My husband knows it. He can be in the bedroom for like 4 hours and not speak to me. He can walk through the door and call me 5 fucking times in a half an hour, and he knows I hate it. And he will
it's
talk to
funny.
me. He will keep changing the subject on the phone. I think I told you guys this before. I've been on lives and he's called me and I can't get him off the phone. I hate the phone. So like I don't do phone calls and I don't do personal information and I don't do personal information for a reason and this is one of the reasons.
Yeah, it's
Right?
kind
I
of
find that when you go private that a lot more personal information comes out or if you chat on the phone because your kids are in the background, your husband's in the background. So I fucking hate it. And I think Brown Eyes can tell you, I think I did have her on Messenger. She could never had me to Facebook because I don't even know
I
why.
couldn't find
And
you.
maybe,
Remember, I kept telling you, I'm like, I can't find you.
It
yeah,
could be your privacy settings.
but I had you on Messenger, so that was weird.
Yeah. So the reason why is because I sent Jessica. I sent her a picture of my profile, my Facebook profile, which is one of the pictures she posted in one of those
Oh,
screenshots.
that's right.
And then
That's
she
right.
added me as a friend on Facebook, and on the phone she said, "Now we're real life friends." So this whole time she was getting all this information about me because I trusted her. And that was where I made the mistake, because she was getting, and I wonder why she would ask all these. She had me on the phone one night for like hours, just asking me, talking to me, and asking this, that, and the other. And for after a while, I kind of got the, why does she ask these kind of questions? Maybe she's just trying to get to know me. I don't know. That's where I made the
And
mistake with her.
what makes me laugh is when all of this happened, and got called out for posting the wrong information. I couldn't figure out why I had posted the wrong information. So I can't pull criminal background checks, but I told you I went to search, and when I searched and found you,
Mm-hmm.
I realized it was the wrong person because hers said, the first page said 44 years old, birthday in April.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was like, what was it, 1970, what was it? 1981?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 1981 or something. But when I found your actual profile, it said September,
Mm-hmm.
and I think 46 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where she said, oh, but Lips was doing a deep dive on her own. That was what she called my deep dive. There was no criminal background. I was just checking to see if she gave me the right person. So where she looked, I looked, and I actually got the right person. Which is why I don't understand, because there was no Facebook link. When I did it, there was no social media link.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember in the screenshots, she said, look, it even has the social media link. It takes you to her profile. And she had a picture of your profile.
Mm-hmm. I had
Yeah,
sent
but
her that picture,
she
by the
never
way.
showed you how she got to that point from where she was.
You sent her what? That's the picture you sent her?
Yeah.
So she sent it to me saying that it was linked to that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
That's what I'm saying. You were set up.
Hold on a minute. So in that screenshot, she said, this is linked to her Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And then she posted that Facebook picture. So you're telling me that it wasn't linked to your Facebook, and she just inserted that Facebook screenshot that she.
Yes, because when I saw the screenshot, I said, that is the picture I sent her.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
And I was wondering when I did the same search that she did, just a generic one, right? Like, with like age and name and stuff.
Like a Google type
Well,
search? Is that
no,
what you
because
mean?
so it's almost like the reverse setup. So the first one, it gives you possible addresses, possible relatives.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I did that one, and it brought up her correct one because I didn't even know your city.
Mm-hmm.
And
It was all in.
when
It was all in that picture I sent her on my Facebook. That picture I sent it to her. It's in my. I'm sure it's in my freaking text messages to her. I think I sent her through text message. That was a picture she sent to you. She copy and pasted.
That would make sense. This morning they said, well, look, she dug clear back into her Facebook and she had to have. That's why, is you were trying to make it make sense.
Yeah,
no, I was going through to try to make it make sense,
That's
and
what
I
I mean.
even
they said
That's
you
what I
yeah,
mean.
and
You
I
were trying to
even
make it make
I'll tell you,
sense.
I even went through her Facebook because the period. So the reason why I went through the Facebook, because it was June 2018 that charge for the other person was.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back through your Facebook to try to get to June 2018 to see if you were still active on Facebook.
Well, yeah, I had been active on Facebook since 2010.
No,
Um.
no, no. I mean during that time, like June thing. That's why I
Oh.
went back through your Facebook.
Oh.
So when she said in the live this morning, Lips even went back years and years through her Facebook. That's why I went back through your Facebook.
Oh.
So you
That makes sense.
found the
Because
right.
I wanted to see if June 2018 you were posting.
Yeah,
Because
because
that
I
would
wasn't
be
in
your
I wasn't in
official.
jail because I didn't do what
Well,
I didn't
and
hurt
if I
anybody.
think there was, so I think there was like a couple of weeks or whatever that you didn't post. But I mean, if you were charged with that crime,
Yeah, I
well,
wasn't.
all
Yeah,
the smoke, you know what? We know now, girl, because it was all a setup, sweetheart.
all the
It
smoke. Do
was
you
all.
want a
Right. That's
box?
that's what I was just gonna ask. Like what Smoke just said. I've also never seen one linked to a Facebook. Like maybe like an algorithms that could give you suggested things. I've never ever seen a link. That like I said that and the whole. I've never had a relative
Oh,
background
what?
pop up.
Yeah, it was a setup and it was disgusting.
Will you unblock,
And
please?
they couldn't really even answer that question.
Well, who
Somebody.
unblocked who? I don't have anyone blocked.
Smoke. Do you want a
Is that
box?
is that her account?
All the smoke?
Okay.
Yeah,
All
that's
the
Yeah,
her.
it is.
smoke.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's her.
That's her. She said
Just
She's.
unblock.
double checking after yesterday.
Yeah,
I don't have her blocked. I just checked. I don't have her blocked.
she checks on her what do you call it? I don't say her kids, but troublemaker her troublemaker kids. Maybe I don't know.
You know,
Well, my
when you just
troublemaker
said,
kid, I was pretty angry with today, and I am still pretty angry with him, and I was definitely a
well,
cussing.
I'm a little shocked that that screenshot is the one that you sent.
Yep. That's why I was like, okay, this is
And
not
you
making any
you
sense.
have the screenshot that I showed you of what she sent to me. She goes, and this is all linked to her Facebook.
Yeah, it doesn't link to Facebook. And the criminal records don't link
And
to
no,
Facebook.
and I told you when I went back in after, because I mean I was checking to see if I had the right person. I even went back to see if you were posting on Facebook at the time. When I went back in, there was no links to any social media.
Yeah, and that's what I thought was really strange because I'm like, how does it get linked back to a like a social media like a Facebook pro? It doesn't.
No, there was, and you looked. Did I send you the pages that I? Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Remember, I
yeah,
told you showed you the 46,
yeah,
and there was no link to any social media there.
yeah. None at all. And so that's why I'm like,
I'm confused. I'm like, you know what? It makes more sense each time after today. Like, I'm not shocked by anything, to be honest with you.
yeah,
So I came in kind of like when you were showing the screenshots, but I wasn't able to read because I was laying little one down. I do have one question. She kept saying, and look, I wasn't even in any of those chats. Was she? Was she in any of those chats? Pity.
Yeah, she was in there. She didn't like comment on a lot of the stuff that me and Justa were talking about, but she was in there and she read everything. So
What did
she
she
had
say?
all of the information in the chats. She didn't comment on much, but
But
yeah,
she did comment every once in a while.
yeah, and she had access to all of it. It was me, Justa, and I will tell you, if I add the original private messages, there would have been a lot more. But the problem is the private message we first had was me, Justa Cat Mom, and Petty, and Sports Mom. And Sports Mom's life got very busy with her kids with sports and such, and also with work, and she wasn't around a lot. So they wanted to remove her from the chat. So instead of removing her, we Petty left
Created
the
a new
chat
one.
and asked all of us to leave the chat. So they left and they started another chat.
yeah. That's the chat that she never wanted me to be added to.
And that's the one I asked her if I could add you to, and she said no.
Yep.
Well, I think maybe there's your
That's
answer.
where
Brown eyes was the real reason why she wanted the chat. It had nothing to do with sports mom.
that's where all the planning took place and
No,
all
Yeah.
no,
the
no. So
schemes.
sports, we removed sport. So she had us remove ourselves from the chat that sports mom was in, so sports mom couldn't see the information going forward.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And Sports Mom reached out to me yesterday as well. So I got to talk to her for a minute.
Oh,
Grandma of two who wanted me out of the chat.
No.
Just curious.
What chat?
Wasn't Jima too close to pity?
yeah, she's real close to pity.
Oh, are you talking about? We had a chat before that. You're absolutely right. There was a private chat before that that had Gmail in it, Liz in it, me, Justa, Pity, and Sports Mom, and maybe a couple more. And Petty didn't want that. Petty didn't want that chat up there, and she felt that it should only be me, her, Justa, and Sports Mom.
Wow.
No.
No.
It's almost like she owned you guys for a minute.
Oh, she controlled.
Uh huh.
And then you had Dr. Evil over there making up records and
And Gma, I love you to death, and I'm very sorry. I am being honest with you, and I don't know. You know what? If Sports Mom still has that chat open on her screen, I might be able to find it because you can still, even though I left the chat, if I go back and type in Sports Mom, I can probably bring it up, and I'm gonna try afterwards. But I do remember, and that was first when I became a mod in Petty's room. There was like, I think 6 or 7 of us in there, and Petty didn't want everyone in there.
So is this chat on TikTok or is it on Messenger?
No, it's Messenger.
I thought with Messenger, even if you were blocked, you can look at everything before.
But I wasn't blocked. We left so it was a private chat, like a private messenger.
It's
made-
archived. All you have to do is bring it up. It's archived.
Hold on, I'm gonna try it now because
You
I'm
should
on
be
my
able
back.
to bring it up. Yeah. Yeah, and Gina, you're always welcome in my live as well. Anytime.
Hold on a second. So you said if I go to
You would have to type
messages,
it
I should
in, I believe, and it should pull up the archived, perhaps.
That's not it. That's so if I typed in Sports Mom. Oh my God, what was her name? It wasn't Sports Mom.
Or even, I think even if you can type in like somewhat of a subject or wording that you used, maybe remember, you can look it that way too.
It's
Like
showing
if you
that-
guys use G's name, it could maybe pop up.
Yeah, I'm like doing it right now. I'm doing like a search, and I just put someone's first name, and it popped right up the archive.
Yeah, I just put in her actual real name and I'm not seeing it.
And she probably deleted the whole chat.
Yeah, she probably did.
Mm-hmm.
And I only left a couple days ago too.
Yeah, because I think she had told me that she had removed. I thought it was Discord, but it's probably Messenger.
Well, she did that. She did remove Discord too, and Petty had her do that. I can't remember what the reason for that was.
Oh.
I don't know if there was people in there that she didn't want in there. I can't remember what it was. Sports Mom said, "Do you just want me to remove it?" Because she goes, "I really don't have time for it anyway." So I don't know. It's a fucking.
Well, a lot of shady stuff has been happening in Discord. I don't have Discord.
Yeah, I don't go to
Well,
I
Discord.
remember my kids used to use it for gaming.
I was in the Discord and I kept forgetting that it was there.
Yeah, my son uses his for gaming. He's got a Discord. But I don't get
Yeah,
too
Yeah.
into that.
my 13-year-old had it too, but he no longer has it after I've seen what's in Discord.
Yeah.
Hey, after being in Rob's live last week, and they were talking about Roblox in a certain room, I
Oh,
thought,
it's horrible.
gosh, something dress to impress. I think dress to impress. I was like, gosh, that sounds really familiar. I immediately barged into my grandbaby's room. I think I startled her. She was reading her book, and I said, "Do you play dress to impress?" And she looked at me like I probably lost my mind, and uh, she said, "Do you mean on Roblox?" I said, "Yeah, I think so. Just dress to impress. Do you play it?"
Hmm.
And she said, "Yeah, yeah, that's one of my favorite rooms." My heart sunk.
Oh my God. Really?
What?
Yeah,
Oh wow. That's not good. That's a bad place.
yeah.
I
Like
wonder
I
if
kind of after I've learned more and more about it, when she plays it, I've been like, I want you in the same room as me. We've had deep conversations on you don't ever tell anybody. My one son has made it so her device nobody would ever be able to find it.
Yeah,
Um,
they found groomers and the such in
yes, yes,
one
yes.
particular room.
That's where what they were talking about, and I said, um,
Internet's a scary place, no matter how you slice and dice it. It's just a scary place. I think it's getting even more scary. My kid, he does, but he's 20. I know I call him kid. He's my man child, um, but that is my kid. So he gets on his Discord.
I'm
But
not super like huge tech savvy like that, so
hmm
like her devices and stuff. Like some of them, the one son that works for Microsoft
hmm
is on devices and watches, and then her uncle
this is the
does
one I
like
wanted you guys
her
to see.
the what? Um,
Yeah.
you want me to expand you? Oh, okay.
So if you look, she said she didn't know until she woke up Wednesday morning what was happening. And I told her what I had showed, and she said she was in there Tuesday, 10:34 p.m. I hope you showed where she asked for the pizza money instead of the pizza. Does she sound like she was angry with me?
Mm, mm-mm. Was she?
No.
No, she wasn't. She was telling me
She's
I
saying
hope.
she knew about the live. She knew.
Yeah,
She knew. Because she tried denying, saying I had no clue. I was in bed. I think is what she
she
said.
knew about the live. Plus, there's another one that shows that we were on the phone for 14, 15 minutes.
Oh wow.
But that's it. Plus, there's another one that shows that we were on the phone for 14, 15 minutes.
Oh wow.
But that's it.
That is super cray cray behavior.
But
Wow.
she didn't know until the next morning. Oh, how do I get out of here? Shrink.
That's crazy.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, the truth always comes to the light. So they've shown themselves. I'm sure they're probably gonna see this live if they're not already. Well, Kathy does go to sleep early, so I'm not sure. But I'm sure they'll see it in the morning, and you know what? Let
Oh,
them.
what if they do?
Let them.
Hmm.
I don't care. I'm
That's
not.
okay.
I'm done talking about them. I'm done talking about this whole situation. I got my validation. And Lips got away from. The trash took itself out for Lips. Like, let's just start over. Let's reset. Let's kind of just move on from all of that and let them stew. Let
Okay.
the people dogpile them for what it's worth. I don't care anymore. I'm just done with it.
Yep, just like I said, when you end this live tonight and wake up tomorrow morning, wake up to a new chapter.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
you and Lips are
Tomorrow's a new
good.
day.
Yeah,
I
Lips
mean,
and
her
I are.
word.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm good with Lips. I mean, she's always allowed in my like Lips told me in the beginning. I'm always allowed in her live, and I'm always allowed in her box. So I'm gonna extend you the same courtesy to say that as well.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But like I said, I don't think I'll be doing lives or anything for quite a while.
Yeah.
I'm sort of just gonna step back. I like to listen and whatever, but yeah, I don't think I'll be doing lives and crap for a little while.
I think it would give them the satisfaction if you didn't, though.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? It's like
I can't blame
I'm
her.
I'm the type of person that can't keep my mouth shut. So if somebody comes in and starts, I'm like it's just gonna send me off the edge, and I don't want to be that person.
True. True.
And it kind
I
of leaves a
understand.
bad taste in your mouth after something like that. Like
Yeah,
it
that person.
True. I
leaves a
understand.
bad taste in your mouth after something like that. Like
Yeah,
it leaves a bad taste in your mouth for people.
it does, and especially when you feel you have a loyalty to people and they're loyal to you, and then it
Yeah,
just spirals into like a shit show, like it did
yeah.
because there was no loyalty. And you're absolutely right. You know what? All the smoke, and it's like, um, I apologized in Petty's live, which I knew wasn't adequate. I knew if I posted, it wasn't going to be adequate. So I walked into her live. I got in a box, and I did what I had to do. Just like I unblocked you when you and I had words, and I didn't realize that you were going through something that was even worse than what I was going through. Like, no, I mean, not comparing or anything, but it's like I had a lot of respect for you and I owed you an apology. And I had said to Justa, I said, I'm going to unblock, and I said, I'm going to apologize. Whether she accepts it or not, that is up to her. But I feel as a person that I have to do it. I can show you the screenshot. And Justa actually said to me, she goes, I think she'll receive it. But I mean, and that's the thing, right? It's like when I came in and apologized, I said, I'm not looking for redemption and I'm not looking for acceptance or anything else. I'm just saying that I did wrong and I feel like I need to do this.
But like I
And
said, like when I first came in, everybody makes mistakes. We've all maybe listened to the wrong friend or
I
so-called
know, but
friend.
I made a really, really big mistake that could have actually caused a lot of damage to somebody. And I didn't see that before because I was acting on a lot of I don't know what I was acting on. I don't know if I was acting on being a loyal friend. I don't know. I
Yeah, the devil
think I
At
was.
least you realize it, though. At least you realize that it could have, been dangerous potentially.
Yeah, no, it's actually what I did was actually quite scary. It actually was quite scary what I did. And I think about that now, but there's times when you do things that you don't realize that what you're doing is what you're doing until after you do them. And no, you know what? It wasn't even that I was listening to someone that I trusted. I trusted somebody that I shouldn't have trusted. And that's the sad part of it. And what did they do? I took accountability for my part in it, and everyone else lied about their part in it until I had to provide proof. Someone's angry.
I was about
Or
to
is that a
say,
team?
That's
who
my
was
daughter
that?
playing the game. I swear to Bob.
I heard it earlier and I
We
thought
gonna
maybe it was
square
Lips's
up.
grandkids.
Oh yeah,
No,
no.
it is.
My 13-year-old sits right here and he does the same thing, and I swear people must think I'm unaliving him or something sometimes.
It is my 20-year-old daughter. She is playing her game with her friends, and I try not to be the hovering mom or the screaming from another room mom, but sometimes I want to scream.
I had to do that when the
Loud.
grandbaby first got her VR for Christmas, and on my port, we live in an apartment now, and she's not used to it. And we're on the second floor, and luckily, I've known we live in a small area. My downstairs neighbor, I've known her my whole life. One day had asked me, is she doing gymnastics up there? And I thought, I've wondered the same thing some nights on that dang VR. But I've even had to finally tell her, zip it, quiet down. It's midnight.
Oh, when her dad's home, because he goes to bed at like 7 in the he goes to bed at 7. He has to be up at 4 in the morning to go to work, and she has to be quiet. And oh my goodness, I think I hear her like yelling into a pillow so she doesn't wake him up.
Yeah.
She's a little competitive.
I mean, that's a good thing, though. My youngest was, he played all sports, but he was a diehard wrestler or a lot of wrestlers. And he was extremely competitive. He went all over the place. He went to Japan, Russia, Germany.
She gets competitive with her own boyfriend. I feel sorry for him.
Yes.
Well, ladies, thank you for the conversation. I just wanted to, kind of come in and because I didn't want, Lips to hear you last night when, when I had said in your live, I was really, really upset and disappointed that I had liked her. And I thought, we had something in common, and that's kind of what really drew me towards her and your personality. I liked listening to you in the mornings. And
Well,
even in the evenings.
I mean,
I'm glad I got a chance to apologize, and I appreciate all of you.
Yeah.
It's like 1 a.m. here tomorrow, and I have to get up in the
It's the
morning with
weekend. It's
kids.
the freaking weekend.
Yeah, well, my kids have an internal alarm at 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. I'll send them on over if y'all want them, but
kids don't
that's
do weekend sleep schedule. Are you kidding?
right. Unless they're teenagers, of course, and then you can't get them out of bed. But yeah, mine are
I'm
up
trying to
at
make
5
sure
or
they're
6.
still there.
I agree. I'm tired. I've had sick kiddos that haven't felt the greatest. The grandbaby's eardrum ruptured today. It's been a long few days, so I might, kind of still stay in the chat a little bit, but I'm going to hop out. I'm going to say this maybe to be a little bit petty and then I'll say my comment after that. Did you at least buy yourself a coffee or something, Brown Eye?
Did I buy a coffee? Yes, I did, ma'am. I did. In
Thank
fact,
you.
I got Dutch Bros. I had never tried them before, and they were amazing. So thank you. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it. I got my son one
She
too.
didn't ask for it. She wasn't dry begging. She wasn't crying. She wasn't anything. I seen somebody where at once upon a time I was in that position too, and I felt she needed maybe just that small treat. It wasn't much. I couldn't do much, but I hope it cheered you up and lifted your spirits a little bit.
It did, and I appreciate you for that because you did not have to, but you
You're welcome.
did.
But I just want to point out,
Coffee can change
you weren't
your whole
asking.
attitude.
You weren't doing exactly, or even just like that small act of kindness goes a long ways to somebody, even the person in the line in front of you.
Yeah, I've done that
You
before.
never know what a person's going through, how their day's going.
Yeah.
Even just, we were going to like I think they call it some type of huge craft show type thing that's, at a fairgrounds. And when we were walking in the gates, the grandbaby, he just smiles. And he's got one of those smiles that makes everybody smile. It's pure strangers. And this little old man walked up to me and said, "Ma'am, I just want you to know his smile made my whole day."
Oh,
And just
Yeah.
even that comment.
It's the little things. Yeah, it's absolutely the little things, and I do appreciate that greatly because I'm still going through it, but I was really going through it whenever you blessed me with that. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, just take it, one day at a time.
Yeah.
You ever feel like you're overwhelmed? Just step away for even if it's a few minutes if you have to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised I stayed off social media until 4 o'clock today, and I was getting hit by so many messages about
I
this
was
morning's
too.
live. I'm like,
I was
holy
waiting.
crap!
I was waiting. And I was like, well, we were up till like almost 4 a.m.
Oh, yeah, that's
and I had
right.
to be back. I had to be back up at 6, so life was really rough. But I was already up with the one grandbaby, so
Listen,
uh,
I was out the door at 9 a.m. and my phone ding, 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 dinged right up until 4:30 I got home. And my husband kept saying, "Holy shit, is that TikTok? Is that TikTok? Can you stay off TikTok?" I'm like, I don't know what the dings are, but we're not looking.
Love you,
It's like,
Southern. I appreciate that. I know.
I'm glad I'm
well,
single and I
TikTok
do
came
not
knocking
have
on
to
my door.
listen to somebody ask me, "Is that TikTok in your earbud?" Because I do. I have it on almost all day usually because it's to drown out sounds. Because I do sometimes get overstimulated,
Mm-hmm.
and we have the one listening to YouTube and the other one zooming cars down its racetrack. And when I have the
Sam,
3-year-old, there's the 2-year-old, there's the 3-year-old, and the 9-year-old. So
Sam, have you
sometimes
heard of Loop earbuds?
Loop
no.
earbuds. I've never heard of
They're
that.
called Loop, Loop. They're
Mm.
earbuds. They don't play music or anything. They're background noise canceling, and
Uh-huh.
they have
Mm.
different levels, so you can turn them up high or you can turn them down low. I actually invested in a pair because I have two that actually stim vocally all day long. So one sings all day and one hums all day.
I
And
don't
I'm
understand
not
that.
a judge on American Idol. So it fucking drives me insane as much as I love them. So I bought the Loop earbuds and they're the best investment for 40 bucks I've ever made in my life.
Mm.
I wonder if it
I might
works
have
on
to
my
look into them
You
husband.
have
because
to.
I do. There's days I get overstimulated, and I
Yeah.
think that even just like the 9-year-old especially could tell if I'm overstimulated. And I do. I have ADD, and
Hmm.
it seemed like it was well controlled for a while, and then I had to start over in life with and raise children again,
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, I know,
and
love.
Mm-hmm.
then it just they said stress sometimes causes it to maybe come out more, and it
Hmm.
got really bad for a while last winter.
Mm.
I never really would forget counseling appointments, stuff like that, and I would look at the clock and say, okay, we have an appointment in an hour, and that hour
Mm.
it'd be gone. It got
Yeah.
pretty bad. So, I see it does seem to get worse if I get overstimulated.
Yeah. Hey, Lips. I want to laugh about something with you. So when I listened to that live with when you were in Pity's box after everything happened, Smoke had her, live or whatever. They were
Yeah.
referencing me as Beg, and you're like, who is Beg?
Yeah, I couldn't fucking get it. Like I
I didn't even
listen.
get
Brown-eyed
it
girl.
until I didn't even know Pink, that's what Pink shortened my name to. And then I thought to
I was
myself,
like,
Beg,
I thought they were talking about
Begs.
begs.
Right, me too. And I'm like, well, sounds even worse. I'm like,
Well,
It took
no
it
offense,
took
but
me quite a
typing
while to
out
figure it.
brown-eyed girl is a lot.
That's
Yeah,
funny that
I
you
was
say
like,
that
who
because
the
last night
fuck
I
is
seen it in the
beg?
chat, and I was like, "What are they
who
talking
the hell is,
about?"
even I was like, who is Beg?
Yeah,
Oh gosh, I do
it
not
was driving
feel.
me nuts. It was driving me nuts, and I was like, who the fuck is beg? Who the fuck is
Yeah,
beg? Who are you talking
don't
about?
feel alone.
I was like,
I
Pink,
don't
look what you
feel.
did, Pink. You started this whole thing. Everybody's like Beg, and I'm like, who the hell is Beg? And then I'm like, that doesn't sound very good. I don't know if
Well,
I
listen,
like
I
it.
don't feel so bad now because you didn't even realize it
I
was
didn't even
you.
know it either, girl. I was
So
like, what
I
the
didn't. I
hell?
didn't either. So last night I was too. I was too embarrassed or whatever to say. What are they talking about? I didn't.
Yeah, I was. It cracked me up, and when you said it, I was like, oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, Smoke wants to come up. I thought it was so hilarious.
yeah, I had no clue. I
I
was like, who
had
the fuck is
none.
beg?
Hey,
Beg?
girl.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I can't talk long, so I just wanted to come up here real quick. I'm gonna message you guys privately, but just wanted to come on here and just say that I don't hold no hard feelings to anybody about this. Lips, I have no hard feelings for you at all. I understand how the situation went, and I didn't like the fact that everything was kind of being blamed on you. I don't think that that's fair whatsoever. I through all of this, I was doing things on the back end, and I have a way clearer picture of everything. So, but I just figured, because I'm not around and I get a lot of messages, I have no hard feelings. I'm not mad at anybody. And I'm happy how the situation ended now. So I'm glad everything is kind of squashed because it was a lot.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that, and I appreciate you, and I have a lot of respect for you. As I said, you're one of the only creators I have respect for besides wit. And I'm not being rude about that, but there's just little quirks and things.
No,
So I really appreciate your kind words. And like I said, I don't apologize very easy, trust me. And
I know it's hard. Nobody wants to apologize.
no, but like ask my husband. I don't know if he's got an apology from me in like 15 years. I just go to sleep and hope I wake up and he forgot what I did. But yeah, like I have a lot of respect for you, so I'm happy that you're okay and there's no hard feelings or anything. Like I said, I made a lot of mistakes, and I think I made a lot of mistakes because I was trying to be loyal.
And I understand that, and that's why I said I understand the situation, because
Yeah.
what it seems like to me is that obviously when you're friends with somebody that you trust, and I don't know how long you're friends for, but I'm sure you've been friends with these people longer than you know me, longer than you've known Brown Eyes. So it's easy to trust somebody and believe everything that they say, and you know what I'm saying. So I get it, I understand how it goes, and that's why I honestly, things got crazy, but I really, because I have respect for you, I didn't want to go back and forth. I didn't. And you know what? Maybe it was better I wasn't around, because I could have got mad and sat on my platform and did the same thing, but I was busy. So
No,
it's
I
kind of good it
know,
happened that way.
and then I probably would have spewed more shit.
Right.
Yeah. So,
It would have ended up here eventually. It just might have took a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. You're absolutely right. So, okay, guys, I'm glad that everything is working out the way it is, and I will message you guys
Absolutely.
privately.
All right, love.
perfect.
Love
Have a great night,
you.
love.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Hey, my Latina queen.
Smoke.
Don't be
What,
trying
what,
to
what?
take them
Before you
rocks to
go,
the house.
before you go, I have to listen. I need to know if this was a fucking dream or not. Is
Okay.
your middle name Rose?
No.
Fuck, where did that come from?
No, my middle name's Marie.
Jesus. Okay, listen, I'm TikToking way too much, so I'm gonna have to take a fucking break.
She fell asleep on some Raquel Rose's freaking live. I have no idea.
Oh, yeah, no.
Listen, maybe it's the diaper guy that I woke up in one night.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds pretty though, Raquel
Right?
Rose. Sounds pretty.
It does sound
No,
pretty.
Because I have such a
don't even
common
know.
middle name. So I
Yes.
feel like everybody has my middle name.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
everyone has mine too.
yeah. That's
And
amazing.
Anne's a common one too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Marie is too, but no, I'm Rose because my mom's name is Rose. My daughter's middle name is Rose. Like we're all roses, so it's just like is what it is. But you know what, Raquel? Again, thank you. I appreciate you so much for what you did because you didn't have to. And honestly, like I told Lips, I hold no hard feelings. I can squash it, and I'm a big enough an adult to let bygones be bygones. And I have let her know that I don't want her sitting alone. These people, kind of created this mess and pinned it all on her. And from here on out, we're gonna just walk away and let them talk. And we're gonna go about our business. And she's allowed in my lives and in my box. And you know what I mean? I don't like anybody to have to sit alone, and I don't want her to go through that alone. So.
And that's that, honestly, that's the best way to do it. When I was listening to the I don't want to say too much, but when I was listening to the live earlier, I was I was like I had to stop myself from taking a box because there was just some things that were being said that I was like, okay, no. And I don't like it doesn't even matter if I had conflict with somebody. wrong is just wrong, and
Yeah.
to blame things on somebody when you no it was more, it was a group effort, you know what I'm saying, like, and I don't know, it seems like it's stemming from one person, so made me have a better understanding, and that's why I don't hold any hard feelings or anything like that, because it
Me either.
just seems intentional, you know, so
Listen, once this live ends and I shut down TikTok for the night, it's gone. It's let them. Just let them
yes.
let it go. And tomorrow's a new chapter and that's the last I'm talking of it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. That's why I didn't end up taking the box over there. I was like, you know what? I'll just say what I have to say behind the scenes, you know? So because it's
Mm-hmm.
already been so much, you know, that I didn't want to add more fuel to the fire. I didn't want to, you know, so I was like, nope, I'll just do everything behind the scenes and say what I have to say, and it can make its rounds that way. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I
I give you
debunked
credit
everything
because I
because
tried getting a
she has
box.
all the screenshots that debunked everything that they said. So
Yeah, I
all's right in the
do.
world. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
no, that's yeah, yeah. And I'm sure, I mean, I'm sure there's more. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that all of us can compare everything we have, and it'll be a very even more of a clear picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Because
of course.
yeah, there's a lot of inconsistencies. So,
100%.
Yeah. And that's
all right, guys. I love you guys, and
Love
have a great
you.
night. And I'll
You
see you
too,
Take
hon.
around.
care.
Okay, love.
Thank you, Smoke.
Bye.
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 See, Leps, I told you she's one of the creators that I would see
Yeah, no, she's one of the most,
moving
like I
forward.
said, I have so much respect for her as a person and as a creator. She's real. And
Hmm.
I mean, I even watched her live when she debunked me and like she did it with ease.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah.
really
and
did. She had her ducks all lined up and her T's crossed and her I's dotted and
no,
God knows what else.
Oh yeah.
absolutely. That was she was like, I'm not prepared. I was not
Yeah.
prepared.
Although I had
Yeah,
sent
I
her
was
every
in the
I like
beginning though when the music was playing before she started. I could tell she was mad about something or irritated. In
but
the
you know
beginning
what?
of her life.
I'm glad she did because if she didn't, I think this would have continued.
Hmm.
And I think like the fakeness and everything else would have continued and it probably would have gotten a lot worse. So as she said when she came up, everything happens for a reason, and I'm sure this happened for a reason as well.
Yeah. Now people's true colors have come out, and they're not a very pretty shade. It's
But
just
mm-hmm.
listen, I'm gonna have to have a talk to my fucking friend that's up above. And he's supposed to be watching out for me because he plays tricks on me daily and moves shit around and then puts them back in the spot that I looked.
Mm-hmm.
But he never saved my ass from these guys.
Yeah,
So
you
we're
got you got some conversations with the Lord
yeah,
Almighty.
we
Girl, you and
got
me
a
both.
long
uh,
conversation.
Lord
You, you,
Almighty, God Almighty, if y'all still in here, Lips got questions for y'all. She ain't
Oh
trouble.
yeah.
No,
Yep, we
no,
do.
we do
Let's
have
agree.
some conversations to be
We ain't
had.
call. We wasn't calling for you,
You know what?
but
And lips. You know what, lips. This is vindication for you too. This is your vindication
Listen,
today.
it's I don't even know what it is anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm still and like I don't get shocked by people and things people do.
Mm-hmm.
Um Sometimes I'm always shocked at things that I do because I do insane things, and sometimes like my mouth splurts it before my brain can like sort of process it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I have no filter because I speak before I think.
Right. Right.
Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong, but like I'm still actually fucking floored at
yeah,
everything that I've discovered by going back looking and reading over and listening.
Yeah.
yeah, that had to take the wind right out of you because
No, I like to think of myself. I mean, I'm educated. I mean, educated doesn't always mean smart, but I
Mm-hmm.
think I'm a bit intellectual. I'm not a dodo or anything. And to know that I went through all of that and sat through all of it and participated in it, but didn't see it as I was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like it's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, the devil can pull you right into his web, you know what I mean? And you just have to claw your way out. But like I said, the truth comes out. And when I saw that they were doing this to you, it hurt me. It hurt me. It really upset me because me and Sandra both sat there and said at the same time, you were set up. You were set
Gma,
up.
Aw.
Gma, I love you and I love you forever. And I really apologize if my answer hurt you more, but I think you had known the answer prior to that. And I am always here if you need an ear, and you know my box is always open for you.
Yeah, that's what's sad. There's like a list of people that have been stepped on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's sad, Lips, is you're not the only one, and you won't be the last one. Brown Eye Girl, you're not the only one. You won't be the last one.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no, but
just
it's
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 just
really hard
it's
because
heartache. It really is.
I think a lot of people got hurt in the process,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually think there's a lot more people that's going to be hurt as um, you go forward. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I agree with that. But you know what? It's not going to be us.
No, it's not. But you know what? There are a lot of good people that I've met in that room.
But you know what? It's not going to be us.
It's not. But you know what? There are a lot of good people that I've met in that room.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's sad that they feel like they have to choose a side, and I'm not saying choose a side for me,
Mm-hmm.
um, but I think they feel that they're going to need to.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you on
Choose a
that one.
side for your own
Yeah.
self-respect.
It's
Yeah,
not. It's not just that. It's just people that have control over things. You know what I mean? And I think that's what Lips is trying to say is that it's either you or me kind of thing, and it
Yeah.
may very well
But I think I've
happen
even heard
that.
it commented in the live before too. If you follow this person, type deal.
yeah, that comment's
So.
been made a lot of times. If you go in Gabby's room, don't come in my room. If you go here, don't come in here.
Mhm.
uh, so yeah, I don't know. I just feel there's a lot more feelings that are going to get hurt, and you
Mm-hmm.
know what, it was me this time, who is it next time, and then there's gonna,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. And you
It's
never
a
know.
it,
These two women may disband as well. Maybe they go their own separate ways. Who knows?
yeah, I doubt it, they're too much alike.
Well,
Well,
sometimes
you
the too
got.
I
much
wasn't
alikes
gonna
are the
say
ones
the
that go
quiet
to
part out loud.
bats or at each other the worst.
Sleep, sleep well, Gma. Good night, love.
I love you. I
You know,
love
I don't know necessarily if I
you.
really believe in God. I do believe that there's a higher power, and I do believe that sometimes, it doesn't really give us what we can't handle. Sometimes, even in my own life, I wondered, gosh, why are you doing this to me? And I don't know if I can take much more, but I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, my love, my grandma used to always say to me, God doesn't give you any more than you can handle. She was a devout Catholic. And I used to
Yeah, I
always
was,
say,
I was raised Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
listen, my love, my give you any more than you can handle. She was a devout Catholic. And I used to
Yeah, I
always
was,
say,
I was raised Catholic, and I kind of
yeah,
have some.
I
Yeah.
used I
Same.
used to always say, listen, God must think I'm fucking superwoman because I'll tell you, most days he does give me more than I can handle.
Hmm.
I cannot
But
live
we're
in my
here. We're
own
here. We
hell.
made it
Just
through
so you
it.
know.
There was, gosh, my life was in shambles 7 years ago. So, and I made it through it, and I'm on the other side, and I'm happy.
So you know what? Speaking of and like going through all of this tonight, as I was like scrolling through, because I wasn't doing lives or anything, I told Brown Eyes to let me know I was going to watch from outside. I was like scrolling through videos, and I came across. I'm sure you guys have probably read about it. She was like a very big creator on here. She had like hundreds of thousands of followers. Um, what was her name? She had unalived herself.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Very
Oh,
young
gosh.
girl.
yes.
28 years old, and I was listening to her story and like how happy she was looking, and like she was so happy in her videos, and like, or she owned the clothing store that every cent of money was going into a trust for her daughter to be taken care of and all of that. And I was thinking, look how happy she looks. And there was a post that she had made a video, the last one before she had passed. And she was so happy and so cheerful in it. So then I think about, you know what? You really don't know what anyone's going through here.
Right.
And as happy and content and whatever they could be. Maybe it's just because they're on here and they're surrounded by people.
Yeah, it
You
could
know what I
be.
mean? And that could change as soon as they click off. I mean, it was her and her daughter. So, I mean,
Wow.
she probably didn't have a lot of contact with like people on the outside, and TikTok was probably her family.
Yeah. That's how I
People
felt. That's
that
how
I
I
have,
felt. Yeah,
have
that you guys were like family to me. And when it all ended, I
Yeah.
was heartbroken.
And she was
yes,
she
that's
was such a beautiful
yeah,
girl.
Jen. Yeah, that's what I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, her life was so put together. She had her own business. She was in her home with her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a daughter and a son, I believe. And I was looking through the lives, and one of the women posted, and I don't know if they were in like business together or one purchased from the other, but the
Was her
lady
name
posted,
Gabby? Because she
um,
partnered with a gal named Gabby, I believe is what her name was.
I can't remember. She owns her own business too.
Hmm.
And she had posted that once everything is settled, I'd like for Jacinda's mom to reach out to me because we want to continue what Jacinda was doing for her daughter, and we want to invest, like, we want to continue to invest in her daughter's trust for when she's older. So this
Right.
company is actually going to continue what Jacinda was doing and put money towards her future. And I got goosebumps watching
Wow.
it.
That's amazing.
Hey,
That's
Barbara.
actually amazing.
That yeah. But you know what? Look
She
at
was a
Robin
really, really cool
Williams.
person.
Robin Williams
Uh,
was always, he was a comedian. He was always, you would have never thought in a million years that he would have done what he did.
But he
He
was
was just happy.
Imagine a comedian who made people laugh
Mm-hmm.
and was worth millions and millions. Money didn't matter and the laughter didn't matter. He just had a
Mm-hmm.
deeper sadness.
Yeah.
well. He also had a horrific disease that was going to take his joy from
mhm.
him.
Oh, did he?
He did?
That,
Yes.
that
He
he
had
had a very
Parkinson's.
aggressive. He had a very aggressive.
I
He had
never
a
knew
very
that.
aggressive version, and it was going to basically take his joy, his speech, his laughter, his personality. It was going to
Hmm.
take it from him in a matter of just a couple of years.
But
Mm-hmm.
look
Because
at
Yeah,
Michael
it was
J.
it was
Fox.
Well,
progressing
Michael
pretty
J. Fox,
rapidly.
yeah, I saw just like recently, he's gotten real bad.
Yeah, he has, but I mean, he's battled this for years and years and
Years,
years.
yeah, yeah,
Robin Williams, it was a very aggressive form, but look at Bruce Willis. I
yeah.
mean,
Oh
you
my
look
He's
God.
got
And he
Alzheimer's.
the actor. It's a form of dementia. It's a very fast moving form
Yeah,
of dementia.
it's the frontal lobe that it affects. He can't speak anymore.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it took his
gosh,
voice.
It's
He was
I
it's taken
took
his
care of a
speech and everything.
gentleman,
that's
and it was
hard.
sad because he would say it was awful. He was losing his mind, and he knew it.
and it's
That's
just
horrible. That's just
That's
horrible.
sad.
you
Yeah,
never know.
I've lost quite a few people to that, and I would
Mm-mm-mm.
say a good portion of them you would have probably never really guessed it. Like they were happy, smiling, wanted other people to be happy. One of them was like a child of my own. It was one of my kids' good friends just a year ago, and
Yeah,
it's
that's
hard.
sad.
But
Sad.
I know who you're talking. I remember when she partnered. Gosh, I want to say her name's Gabby. She did like the tie dye. Dicey Dyes was her business.
Yes,
Dicey
yes,
Dyes.
yes.
Yeah.
Sam,
Um,
how many of your grandchildren are you raising, if you don't mind me asking?
two live with me, but technically I raise three. Only one
Okay.
is biological, but I never treat them.
Blood,
They're
listen,
mine.
baby, blood doesn't mean anything. Trust
The
me.
adoption was final last Thursday, though. By the way, Lips.
Look at you both, you and Sandra,
Woo
with the
woo.
grandbabies and adoptions.
Yeah.
It was
That is
a very
amazing.
happy day.
Oh, happy
Yeah.
day.
I'll have to. Well, I can't put them on here, but I'll have to. I'll have to show you
Yeah,
the.
please don't ever put your children in a profile picture or anything.
Oh God,
Please
no.
Mm-mm.
don't.
I might
With
put
the
my
way,
20-year-old son if he doesn't act right.
yeah,
I used
put them up
to,
for
and
sale
people
or
thought
auction.
I was
Act
weird. I
right.
didn't have Facebook until a few years ago, and even my Facebook isn't even my real name, mostly because of like my ex's family and him and stuff. But I would go crazy if my ex would post our children on his Facebook. It drove me crazy. And I was like, you don't know who's out there. You don't know.
Hey, I've
I
made.
Whether
have
you're
I have
private or
a
not, you
Close.
don't know what shady friend you have that could be posting him
yep.
somewhere else.
That's
It
right.
just,
Never know.
Yeah,
Well,
and
the
I
worst
had
of
the problem
humanity.
that
Thanks. Don't want to do that
I
again.
was posting pictures of my grandkids and people were taking them and sending them to the biological father and he was taking them and posting them as if he was a parent and sending them out to like his family and his friends. So I just stopped posting altogether.
Yeah, that's when somebody needs to be dog walked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just
Hmm.
now if I have pictures and I want to share with family, I just private message them.
Yeah.
yeah. That's why last night I had mentioned it in this live. The people that were in a different live, a huger live last night. Um, Even me in a comment section was threatened to be looked into because I didn't agree with them. They didn't
Oh.
like my comment, and I wanted to say that's dangerous. You have no clue what life a person is living. There's a reason people don't put their faces on here. My youngest grandbaby's biological father is actively wanted by the US Marshals.
Oh my gosh. Well,
They
first of
have
all,
no clue what types of dangerous situations they're putting these people in.
well, and the thing is, for someone to threaten you to do a deep dive or dox you is insane behavior. It's crazy.
All because
Of a comment.
yes, that you don't follow with their opinion.
Yeah, that's not cool. Not
Last
But
I
cool.
checked, we live in the United States of America where we're allowed to have our opinion.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know, but you know what? I don't even agree with like I mean, I know G is down there, but I mean she's been doxxed, she's been sent things by Uber Eats, they've been sent things by
Well, last night it showed she's still actively working with that Casey girl,
who is?
Huh?
Gabby.
Who's
With
who's Kate?
Casey. Casey is that
Yeah.
Casey Clip
Casey's
some apparently
Yes.
wasn't she
Yes.
Kaylee's
crash out
mod?
Sean.
Yes.
Crush out
Yes.
Sean.
Oh,
Or she
is
wasn't a mod. She wasn't a mod. She was in the Discord.
she was the one that was digging up all the information on
Mm-hmm.
people and giving it to
Yes.
Kaylee.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
She's
Kaylee
a
claims. Here's
wackadoo.
the. She claims she didn't know, and she didn't know how dangerous she was. That's a lie. She did. She knew from the 2K Bree side. She did. She knew. She was
So I
told.
looked up her. I looked up part of her live last night, and she was saying that she works with.
Disabled
I don't know
children.
if she works.
Mental health.
Yeah, she works in mental health or like
Mm-hmm.
children's services.
The one. She's a crisis person, hotline person.
So apparently, she's lost her job.
She said she is
Uh,
the one who left. She left.
okay, because I knew she said she only has
Sure,
two
she
more
did.
shifts left.
Mm-hmm.
And she said something about, she goes, She was leading a double life with helping people on one end and destroying people on the other side.
Well, then
Mm-hmm.
don't do it. Shitty
Mm.
behavior is avoidable.
And she
I
does.
think
I'm
I think
sorry. I don't
I
know if
think
she really feels bad about it because people aren't accepting her apology. She's not happy. She gets
Mm-hmm.
okay.
mad.
See, I only saw part of the live, and I know she said she only had two more shifts. I think she said, and she was done. And she was really upset because they were saying they were going to have her charged. And Feisty was in the live, and Feisty was really angry, and I don't blame her.
Yeah. Then she said, "Fine. I'm not gonna. If you're gonna have me charged, I'm not gonna give you anything. They're gonna find it anyways."
Yeah, you know what though? Like, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say because I did the same thing. So I mean, I can't really judge, can I?
I don't think you
Well,
went
you were
to the
given
limit that they did.
information. You didn't go
You didn't go to the limit that they did.
investigate. You didn't. You
You
weren't
didn't
investigating
post
me.
children.
And
You didn't
there was,
threaten children's schools.
I actually blocked out every piece of information, like addresses, phone numbers,
Yeah, I saw
everything. So
that.
there was nothing even on there of that person, not even a last name. Um, but yeah, I don't know when you're giving kids names and school addresses, and I don't know, man. It's scary, and now you know. I don't. I don't.
It's scary, and you never know what person would go the depth. I had said, ask people, how long have you been on here? Because I want to say it was back in 2021. A creator got mad at another one, took her teenage daughter, and the teenage daughter's boyfriend drove like 3 states and had the two teenagers jump the girl.
Wow.
What?
Mm,
That's
Yes.
like that Texas cheerleader mom shit.
yeah, yeah.
You never know. You just don't. You don't know people's mental, what they're thinking. It's definitely scary. It's even more scary that that girl sat on live and showed people how to get on the dark web and do what she did.
Who
Hmm.
did?
Casey.
She did a video on how to do that. By the way, go check out the
She
replay.
Casey.
also did.
Oh,
She also did
hold
it on
on.
live.
Casey did a video and shared on live how to gain access to the dark web.
Yes.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not even looking because I don't want to know because with my
You don't want to.
my curiosity, like I would be there and then the police would be at my door 5 minutes after this. So
The dark
I
web
am
is very,
fucking
very
going nowhere near
scary.
the dark web. TikTok is scary enough for me.
I had no clue
Gospel.
Yeah.
until about the dark web until
Oh,
one
oh,
day I
oh.
was in the
Hold on, hold
shower
on, hold
and
on, hold on,
my
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Wait,
Hey, Casey. Hold
isn't the
on.
dark web where
Lips.
you can buy
that's
like
her
Lips.
right there.
Lips. Hey,
yeah?
Casey. Did we summon you?
What? I'm only asking if the dark web is where you can buy a kidney.
Oh, do they? No, they can't do that.
Yeah,
Yes,
again.
it is, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Wait, you can?
Like
Yes,
yeah, no, I've
I
read
did not
articles.
know what really existed until about, I don't know about how long ago. I won't even say how long ago it was, but I was in the shower one day and my youngest child said, "Mom, somebody's at the door and they want to talk to you." And I, kind of got irritated and I said, "For what? Can't they just say who they are and leave their number?" And he said, "No, Mom, they really need to talk to you." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Give me a minute." I got out, still irritated, flung that back door open, and two men in suits said,
Oh,
"Are you
really,
such and
mommy?
such? And are you such and such's mother?" And I said, "Yeah, and yes, and what did he do?" And they flipped their badges open and they said, "We are the Federal Bureau of Investigation. My name is Agent such and Agent such and
Are you
such,
sure,
and do you
mommy
have
is
some
7?
time?" And I definitely learned about the dark web that day, and for a long time after, uh, due to the investigation with my child. But
Okay,
it's
that's
scary.
fucking creepy. But I'm sorry, I watched too many crime shows, and I thought that the dark web is where you could go to buy body parts and organs and sorry. And I thought that the dark web is where you could go to buy body parts and sorry. No, I'm not kidding. Like
That's where
you
like uh, uh,
I know
minus
you
the
can
S
go on there to
smugglers
buy
go instead
rugs.
of with the S. Thank you. There you go. I was
You can
saying
go on there
instead
to
no,
of
buy
but
rugs.
smugglers. You know, there you
I've
can
seen
do. There's
shows where they
all
auction
kinds of
off
We love
stuff.
the
like
TikTok shop.
minor.
You know, that's where they're saying certain pictures of a certain somebody's child ended up.
TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. We
Yeah,
love
we love the
TikTok shop.
TikTok shop.
There's dangerous people there. We'll just say that. Very dangerous.
No, but I'm assuming it's a combination of everything, right? Like P3DOs and
Yes.
like
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I said
definitely dark for a reason.
the pictures that G sent out. People are saying there's pictures of him on the dark web. The pictures that she
well,
sent
see,
out.
I've heard that too. I've heard that there's the FBI are investigating it. I don't even know if that's true or not,
I
but
would fully believe it
Oh,
because whether she's the mother or not, he was a minor. It was certain areas. I would fully believe it.
and there's some sick ass people in the world, right? And that just goes to show like you don't know who you're talking to at the end of the day.
mm-mm,
Hmm.
mm-mm. You gotta be very
That's why
careful.
I try not to go on like I try not to go live or anything when my kids are like like fully awake like during the
Mm-hmm.
daytime. If they're at school I'll go, but normally it's in the evenings when they're supposed to be in bed but make 4 or 5 trips because they're either gotta pee, they're thirsty, they're hungry, or they have to tell me something, or
Mm-hmm.
but they're normally in bed. So
When
Yeah.
my daughter-in-law was 14 years old, she was in, I want to say it was like a Yahoo chat or something, I don't remember. And you know, back then they didn't really do a whole lot of internet safety right now like we do with our kids. And I think it was her grandma or something had told me that they had the police department show up, you know, to their house one day to speak with her. Because I don't know how they found out. Maybe I think there was maybe an agent watching a chat that she was in, and one of the people she was talking to was almost 50 years old, and he was currently in our town looking for her to pick her up and take her with him. Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, you know, and they sadly target children that don't have great home lives. That was her.
Yeah, and video games are the worst because you know what? I never forget one night I woke up and my kid is in the bathroom with his video game playing Minecraft or whatever. Because you know what? I never forget one night I woke up and my kid with his video game playing Minecraft or whatever it was, Roblox or whatever. And I heard him talking. And when I opened the door, I'm like, what are you doing? Or whatever. And when I opened the door, I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm talking to my friends. I'm like, okay, what 12, like he was probably 10 then. I'm like, what 10-year-old is awake? And when I opened the door, I'm like, what are you doing? And okay, what 12, like he was probably 10 then. I'm like, what 10-year-old is awake at 3 a.m. in the morning in a room playing a child's video game,
Mm.
whatever. And as soon as the person heard my voice, they like just poof disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Night, PD Pop. Have a good night. Thank you for all your help
Night,
today.
Poodle.
Love you. Yeah, it's hey Roxy, there's my girl. It's scary because like I think the dark web could be like the bad like Facebook Marketplace, like where you can get all kinds of things. Thanks for the heart me. All kinds of things like rugs and even the traffickers and like all that kind of thing. Like you have to be very careful.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just scary for kids. That's why I limit my kids. We monitor what they use. They get like an hour and a half of electronics a day. That might seem like strict,
Mm-hmm.
but because they have ADHD and autism, it's like a stimulant for them.
Yeah.
Where I live, about 10 years ago, we started to have, we're like you in Texas, up in oil area, Montana, North Dakota, called the Bakken. And we had a pretty huge boom where our population quadrupled, like it in eastern Montana and into North Dakota. And and we still do now, even for just being small rural areas, we have huge problems with trafficking.
Mm.
Same thing in this city.
Parking lot. Like there was one town where you used to be able to go while you know what I mean, and not have no problem walking in your car if it was dark. If you were a woman, you didn't do it. They were like putting on the side of the road car seats with children in it as a decoy to get people to pull over. It was when that boom started to happen. It was very very scary. There's the new thing where they'll have a lady with a child at a grocery store hand you a note stating she needs help to try and coax you outside
Wow. I heard the notes on the windshield of the car too that you see when you
to
get
get you
under
to
there.
stop. Yep, to
Yeah.
get you to stop. Yep, to grab it. Yep, yep. It's
Yeah, no,
scary.
that's great. That's crazy.
That's scary, really. So
You
scary.
know, and I'm close, to the Canadian border. Also, I believe even that part of the Canadian they had a little bit of oil, but most of the Bakken is in Montana and North Dakota, and even people from Texas were coming up here from all over the place to work. Uh, it kind of shook our community. We hadn't had like a schmurder in our towns in many years, and we had a teacher that disappeared on her morning run, and they probably would have never found her had that not one guy confessed and showed where she was. It was a tragic story. Uh, she didn't even know the men. She was on her morning run, and they were under the influence of schmeth and decided, hey, let's take her and do things.
Oh my God.
It's
Yeah,
scary.
it's a scary, scary world. I'm scared for my grandkids. I'm scared what they're gonna grow up to.
Right. What's the next thing that's gonna
I'm
happen?
terrified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm not like trying to brag. I know we all, say our grandbabies are beautiful. My grandbaby is Native American and Hispanic, so
Aw.
gorgeous, and her eyelashes are huge. And I think all the time, and it kind of creeps me out sometimes. Strangers will walk up to me and tell me how beautiful she is at
Yeah, see,
night.
that's creepy too. This day and age, that's actually creepy.
Yeah.
It scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Uh,
That's what scared
but
me too.
I know that her father is very crazy. I've said this before. He has Asperger's. He'll fixate on stuff. He would lose his mind if anybody ever. He already is because of what did happen to her before I got her.
Mm.
He was in a jail cell. He was in lockdown. He was in a cell 23 hours a day.
Damn.
And so he only had that to think. It's not good for people with Asperger's and stuff because they just sit there, they fix and they think and it, over and over and over. And that's all he could think about, and he couldn't do anything.
That's insane. Wow.
I
But
think Sandra fell asleep.
No, she's there. Sandra.
Yeah.
I hope that, and also in a way, it might teach him a lesson that his daughter needs him to be out here to protect her.
Yeah.
He's still not
So,
inside though, is he? He's out now?
yeah, no, he's still in.
Oh, he's still in?
He, hmm it's been, let's see here, it's been 5 years. So he doesn't get out till late spring. It'll be about 6 years before either one of us, me or his daughter, have ever been able to physically touch him.
That's insane.
Yeah.
The last time she was able to physically hug her dad, she was 4 years old.
So maybe she will
And
be a saving grace.
the only reason why she was able to was because he was transferred to, before he went to state prison, he was transferred and they kind of plop you in little small jails, along the way. He was in a smaller jail where it was an itty bitty town and they only had like 3 inmates.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I think that guard knew that her dad was going away for a long time. It was a female guard. Maybe it broke her heart to see his daughter cry. But she pulled us aside and let her hug her dad.
Wow, that's
And
crazy.
that took a lot of compassion because, tell you what, after hearing guards speak to my child the way they speak to him, the way they taunt him, the way they hold his mental health medication and think it's funny when he goes off because they get to go in and pepper spray him, I don't, sadly, particularly really care for a lot. And sadly, the dad of the 3-year-old, her biological grandmother was one of the jailers that was very mean to my son. And it's very
I
hard,
think
very hard to play nice and smile.
yeah, I think a lot of the times jail and prison are the hardest because I think the guards are the ones that cause the most harm and the most damage to them. And I think a lot of people actually that go in there come out a lot worse because of the abuse that they receive.
They do. And they are also the ones that are smuggling the stuff in.
Yeah.
Because they
think
get paid big, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
don't get me wrong, there is some good ones, but there is some that, a good portion that think of them as trash, and they're not. They're humans, and most of them have addiction, mental health, the vicious family cycle of stuff repeating, education.
Guys, I'm really sorry, but I do have to go to bed. It's almost
Yeah,
2
I'm
a.m.
seeing that too. I'm like, okay, it's time to.
Yeah, I'm thinking, oh my Jesus, I gotta be up in like 3 to 4 hours. Um, thanks for the box. Thanks for the
Absolutely.
conversation. Again, I appreciate the grace that you've given me.
Absolutely.
And we will talk soon. Remember, when you wake, it's a new day. Forget
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, it's a new day. Definitely. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Start a new chapter in your life, and start with content that you want, and just let them be. Let them.
Yeah,
Let
that's what
them.
I'm going to do. Sounds like a plan.
All
Well,
right.
thank you for coming into my box, Lips.
You're welcome. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Have a good night.
Night, Brown Eyes. It's good to hear you sound better today.
Yeah,
Your
I'm
voice
doing
sounds
good.
better. So
Yeah.
it just makes me a little bit happy there. So
Yeah, we
I
needed
tried
that.
defending you earlier. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You did. But you also both were adults enough to be able to do that too.
And that's what adult people do. You know what I mean? We don't sit there and stew and call each other names, this, that, and the other. We get past it. People that don't know how to get past things, that's on them. That's not on me. It's not a reflection on me. So I don't care what they do. All I know is that when I wake up tomorrow morning, I wake up with a clear conscience and no feelings of malice. So I'm good. I'm
Like
good.
someone said earlier, just remember, the chat might be the biggest problem causer. So if somebody comes in and says, "Hey, such and such,"
Nah, I
just
don't
try,
listen to those
and
people.
ignore it. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm
yeah, just
good.
try.
Yeah,
I've seen it happen many times, but I'm
yeah.
also going to go try and get some sleep.
Sounds good. You have a great night. Thank you for joining my live and being in my box.
You too, hon.
All right, have a good night. All right, Sandra, are you awake?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, love. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. I think we were very productive today. I think everything went well.
Look at us adulting and stuff. Come
Right?
on.
Like how does that happen? Because two people can be adults and not act like children. You know, it's
Yeah, well.
one of those things, but tomorrow's another day. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Hopefully I won't get spammed with like 1,000 messages.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barbara. So Lipsmacker and I, we basically squashed everything and we made amends tonight. And the other two people she sat with definitely really got her caught up in something, and that it wasn't her fault. And we, basically had to squash some things. And I allowed her a box so she could explain herself and not be stuck in, on the sideline somewhere for people to eat her up, because that's not what I wanted to happen for her. So there's my perfume, girl. I be needing that perfume now, cause these lives, man, I'll tell you. Thanks for the perfume. So yeah, so everything is good. We're great. We'll see what tomorrow brings, and tomorrow I get to start a new chapter within my content, my lives, and I gotta figure out what I want to do. But for now, I know I see you give perfume a lot. I'm like, that's your thing. I like the perfume. Everything came to a stop. So I'm happy about that.
And, the best part about it is, you and Lip sat down and had a grown up conversation.
Yeah, because I was never gonna be disrespectful to her, because that's just not my thing. Unless you talk about my kids, then I get very catty. But if it has something to do with my kids and it's just something between you and I can figure it out with you. We can figure it out together if you're willing. And she was willing. And I extended her that grace. And she extended me grace. We both did. So we're good now. We can squash it.
It's just because, she was kind of in a similar, not quite, word for word, but similar situation. People she trusted,
Mm-hmm.
which is, God, there's a bad taste in my mouth saying it.
Yeah, I wonder what Raquel was thinking too, because she was like, I went and I looked at some of that, and I'm like, yeah. Like, it was not too good.
Yeah, but she wasn't talking about lips.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Those women, I hate. Well, they set her up, Roxy. Just a Cat Mom and Pity Paws set her up to take the fall on the document that was posted.
Yeah, they're
They,
innocent.
I bet you they riled her up that morning thinking we were talking about her, because we
Yeah,
weren't. I don't know. I can say my
it's a
opinion,
big
what I
bad
think.
shit, but it's not gonna help.
It doesn't
You
matter.
know,
Like, they know what they did. Then they can answer that with their maker. That's not for me to sit here and try to be judge and jury. I just know that I can't hold hate in my heart, and I'm not going to. So I win there. If they want to hold hate in their heart, that's fine, but I'm not going to hold hate in my heart for anybody. That's too much to hold on to. I have enough. So, so yeah, everything went good. Everything good. Yep. Yeah, yeah. Everything was getting out of hand. I had to put a stop to that. We had to put a stop to all of that. And
And
Sandra being amazing as per usual. Like I couldn't go live without you, girl. Like I know what I was gonna do. I had to wait on you.
I knew the bat signal went up, and I had to hop in the Batmobile and run right over.
Yeah. Hey
No, I'll take.
Marie.
Had to walk from the front room into the dining room where the table's at. It's fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't too far to walk.
I can finally say hi to my friends because everybody was talking. Marie, how you doing, ma'am? You always come in here and just pop on in. You pop in and you just pop right out. Oh yeah, you like my lives too. So, thank you for the heart, me love. Thank you. You're always so kind. Thank you. Thank you for the donut.
But,
Donut.
I do think that kind of she's kind of on her own now, and it's kind of sad because we know the people that did it. We know why they did it. And it's like, really?
Mm-hmm. And it's sad. It's sad that it had to happen to her like that. And look, I've always been that type of person. If I walked into a lunchroom and saw one person sitting by themselves eating, I would sit there with them. And that's kind of how I've been. Like I don't like people to be, you know what I mean, like outed where they feel alone. And those were her two best friends. Like those were her ride or dies, and they did that, and that was hard for her. And I didn't want her to go through that. So, and I know she's like, it doesn't matter. I could take care of myself, but still. No human should have to go through that. Nobody should. It's not a good feeling. Yeah, Barbara, exactly.
I think we all know what it's like to be left out in the cold.
Yeah.
And it's not a good feeling. It sucks.
Yeah.
And, all things aside, Lips is still a fantastic lady.
Yes.
She really is. You get to know her. She's a fantastic lady. She's been through some shit. She knows a lot about a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was misled. She was misled purposefully.
Mm-hmm.
And their day is, coming. Karma doesn't miss a single person.
No. Karma comes when, comes to the rescue sometimes. And, I gave her the platform to come in here and talk about it with me. You know what I mean? Show the screenshots and debunk things. Kind of like what Smug did for me. And I told her, I said, this is your vindication, girl. This is your vindication because what they did was set you up. And I'll continue to say that. They don't like the word. They don't like that I use that word, but it's the truth. And I've seen the screenshots to prove it. So you can't debunk screenshots. I mean, although, don't get me wrong, there are people that can create screenshots and text messages. We heard that come out of Gabby's mouth at some point in time. Remember?
And put them all together and mix them up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And really?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of trouble.
Absolutely.
To make this.
Absolutely.
And I hope that everybody can get up tomorrow, and tomorrow will be a brand new day, and we'll all be Gucci, and we'll just go on about it. I'm gonna continue to work on my Halloween stuff, and I'm not even bring y'all along.
I always I'm like, I must keep you from doing that because I'm like, get on a live with me. Okay, let me run real quick. Let me go do it. Hey, at least I waited till after 4 today, Just saying. Just saying.
But I'm gonna have to go to bed because I gotta get up.
Yeah, I know, me too. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. Thank you guys for joining, whoever stuck by me all this evening. Thank you so much. I'll be on tomorrow at some point, but I hope you guys have a great rest of your night and a wonderful Saturday, and we'll talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Good night. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your night and a wonderful Saturday. Love y'all. Good night. Your night and a wonderful Saturday. Night.